Good night, everybody. Um, so, if you've been following my channel, you'll know that yesterday I was able to transform a sequence of samples into a Fourier transform using the FFT library from JavaScript that I was able to find, and then I was able to feed that uh, Fourier transform into the audio context API. Um, and we played a couple of notes in various waveforms. But so today, what I'd like to do is to use that sort of pipeline of information to provide users a way to draw their own waveforms on the browser screen, and then use that to play some music using the piano example that I was playing yesterday. So I pretty much what I'm going to do today is something which seems pretty simple, but I'm not really sure how simple it's going to be. It's probably going to be. I don't see any problem with what I'm going to do tonight. So I just want to design a web page that has like probably, you know, a canvas where I'm gonna have uh like my squares and lines uh library, and so I'm gonna have something like this, and then I guess these lines are gonna be connected like this, and so it's gonna be kind of easy because all I have to do here is pretty much just scale um, this canvas so that the middle is sort of like the 0 point, and we have +1 and -1 here, and then I just have to find the proportion between the points on the canvas to sort of get a waveform from this. And I think I'm gonna do it like the easy way. I'm just gonna find the difference, the vertical as well as the horizontal difference from one point to its adjacent to its neighbor point, and I'm just going to use those numbers to sort of fill a array of samples from the beginning point up to the finishing point. And that's going to be my waveform, my samples, which I am then going to enter into the FFT function, the Fourier transform. Um, and I guess I could sort of represent that like this. So I'm going to enter that into the FFT um, black box like this, which I think would represent like this. And so from there, I'm just going to enter that data that outputs from there into the um, the tone generator, which is going to be the piano. So I guess I can just sort of represent that as piano or whatever. Well, I guess you know what a piano looks like, so I'm just going to type in here piano. So that's a piano, right? Um, and the idea is gonna be just that for now. Like I just want to do that. If I have time, I also want to do this without a piano, with maybe just a button that uh, plays the tone as you sort of deform the wave here. it's probably gonna have more than 4 points. I want to make, I don't know, maybe 10 points, and I guess the starting point is gonna be you're not gonna be able to move the starting point horizontally because you need to start at zero, and probably there should also be like a finishing point that's also not uh, possible to move, vertically, just horizontally. So these 2 points you're only going to be able to move up or down, right? And the rest of them are going to be you're going to be able to move them. They're going to be mobile throughout the canvas. I'm not going to add like a constraint for where the points are going to be, where one's going to be able to place the points, because that's going to involve some sort of, kind of tedious work. So, but I'm going to add it eventually. Like, I want to actually create like a usable interface, even maybe something that looks, beautiful, not just that's functional, so that maybe people can use it on their phones or tablets or whatever. So I want to have later on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of beautify and add stuff like responsive design and some other stuff that I plan to add here. I still haven't learned React or Redux, so I'm not gonna be able to use like really pretty JavaScript interfaces. Just this basic stuff that I've been able to put together. Um, but I guess this is enough for like the experiment I wanna do today. So okay, I'm just gonna get started now. So the first step is I'm gonna sort of mix all of the code together from the stuff that I did yesterday. Also, yesterday I didn't mention this, but I actually forked the repositories, like the JS, FFT, and the tones repositories, because I had only added external submodules on Git for this, so I had to change the source into my own forks to so that I could, commit and push all the changes I made, all the defiling from yesterday. Um, and so now you can find the forks in my own GitHub profile if you want to check out what we did last time. Um, but okay, I guess I need sort of a refresher of what I did last time, 'cause I don't remember so well. So I should be able to see the files that I change in tones as well as in JSFFT. Like in the last command, yeah, this is the last command is altered piano to play away from FFT. Okay, so I actually altered the tones library and the demo.js library, which are the two files that I'm probably going to use. Also, I'm going to use part of the demo here, and this is the piano, I guess, audio lib. If I check out this, well, I guess I can check it out on my own computer. But I just sort of um, want you to see what I did here. So I just extended this. I added like a wave attribute to the whole tones, variable here. And so if it has some content, it just assigns the variable to the object here. And then what I did here is uh, pretty ugly. So this is the result I got from the Fourier transform, and I just sort of generated this code on the other file and kind of just pasted it here. But it worked, which is what matters here for what we're doing. Um, and the way I generated all that junk there was by altering the piano. Oh no, it's here. By altered input samples. Yeah, this is it. This is the change I made. So I changed these two files, these three files, but I guess the important one was this one. Changed this one, but I wasn't supposed to change it because it's not actually the one that the index HTML uses. So the changes I made here were these changes. Where are the samples though that I Oh yeah, I just changed sort of the shape of the wave here. So I'm just gonna serve the pages so you can actually see the changes I made on both files. It's example and index. Here it is, open in live server. So this is the change I made. Originally, this was just a square function, and I actually turned it into kind of a deformed sawtooth, half square and half sawtooth. Um, this is the result, the Fourier transform. This is the, like a low pass filter. It just eliminated all the low frequencies. The frequencies with a low amplitude here. And this is basically what you hear when you play this in the piano. And these are the generated code that I pasted on the other one. Now the idea is to have all the components in one single file, so I can sort of so I don't have to generate this junk and then paste it on the other file. So the way I'm gonna do that is to check out how this index HTML file, how it's built, so that I can actually copy this into the sound.html, which is going to be my main HTML file, which is where I have my particular this thing that is what I'm gonna use to form the waveform. And so it's this, and then also besides that, the tones, the demo for the tones, which is the piano, right? So I guess I don't know. I think that's my wave, sort of like a deformed sawtooth wave or something. Pretty similar to a sawtooth. To tell the truth, is almost indistinguishable from a sawtooth waveform there. But whatever. I mean, it's just. So the goal here is to have this and this here. So I'm gonna start by adding these. Um, yeah, I'm gonna start by adding these, and also by sort of updating this and all the rest of this, uh, as I, try to scale the input here to make this, update these plots. And then after that, like the easier part is going to be to just add this to the whole thing and sort of enter these values into the synthesizer and have it play the waveform that I create here. So this is the most complicated part, so I'm going to start with this. So in order to have this here, I guess I have to uh, check out how it's done here. So this is the index for this one. That's the demo. But wherever could the other? Let's see. The other file. Where is it though? All right, because it's tree, and I'm not using this one. It's just this. This is index sound. Okay, so I'm trying to mesh these two together. So index. Okay, it might be as simple as just meta bundle, yeah, bundle.js link example CSS. Yeah, I might have to use the styling. Well, it's pretty minimal, so yeah, I guess just something like copying all this stuff here. And just gonna, oh wait, no, this and this. Gonna add it to this inside head. But also like sound is in its own, it's not in its own folder, so I'm just gonna create a folder that's gonna be called synth, where my little sound file is gonna live. Yes, I'm sure I want to move it there. Save it. And also just copy the JavaScript, examples. Copy it from here and paste it here, and also copy the bundle.js, which is the one I'm going to be using for this, and paste it here in synth. Now, once I have all this, I should be able to just copy all of the HTML and have it work, the same way with all and the messy array that I have there. Now, I kind of want to see class panel. I don't know if the panels this person is using are actually, this person is arranging the panels by using something like, see, canvas body panel div example position relative. Okay. So they're not using flex or like anything sophisticated. I might use some, flexing or whatever to position everything correctly. So I'm just gonna, okay, have my own script here. I might, put all of this inside its own JavaScript, but for now, I'm just gonna paste this here. Save it and see what the sound of this looks like. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's the idea. That's what I wanted to see. Now, what I really want to see though is I wanna. Oh, so this beautiful code here, added like a gray background here. I can live with that. I can, can get used to it. But I guess now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to daisy chain these parts here, and I'm gonna start instead of making the left and the right squares, stuck. I'm just gonna sort of add them. Um, I'm just gonna create like fixed origins for the left and right squares, the beginning and the ending squares, and I'm gonna add a couple more squares here, maybe 10, just to have um, like a starting point for this, for designing my waves. So the way I should do that is by I'm going to just add more squares here. Where are they though? It's like here. Well, I guess it's time for me to, take this and paste it in its own file so I don't, have to be scrolling around everything. Just like this. And I'm gonna create a new file called what could it be? Something like waiver.js. Paste it here, and right here in sound.html, I'm gonna add the script search, script source waiver. See if that, okay, so it kind of doesn't work because I guess it has to wait until everything loads. I guess what the bundle.js does is that it, mm, let's see here, canvas function draw the canvas. Yeah, like it draws to the canvas. Onload. Here it is. This is the way it works. I guess on the waiver, I'm going to create like this. just have everything be a part of a humongous function like this. See if that works. Okay, that works. Nice. And so I guess the proper thing to do here would be to tab it. Uh-huh. Okay. So in order to add more squares, I wanted to add them like in a on a uniform kind of pattern. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna add like the first square. Here I'm gonna use the positions, and I'm gonna use just proportions to my um, context width and height. And that's gonna be, let's see, hmm, something like rect left, rect top. No, see, oh, here it is. It's the canvas width and canvas height. So yeah, C is the canvas, correct. And so I want my first square. I guess I'm not gonna make them, fixed points. I'm just gonna make them squares, and I'm not gonna touch them. So first square is gonna have to exist in the position x equals 0 and y equals c dot height divided by 2. And the second one's also gonna be on. Okay, so this one's gonna be an c dot width divided by 10 because I want 10 squares, and this one's also gonna be right in the middle. Height divided by 2, and I guess the rest of the squares are just going to be, different amounts of tenths. Like that's 1, that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The last one, and this is gonna be 1 times c dot width. This is gonna be 2 times that, 3 times that, 4 times that, 5 times that, 6. You get the idea. Just a sequence. And I guess this one is just gonna be this. So I'm gonna save this. Oh, and also like they have to have different names. So it's gonna be 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Um, yeah, whatever. I guess that's okay. Um, so these are going to. So I'm gonna have to add these here. 9, 10, 11 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or rather, I just like probably should use a loop or something. Yeah, I'm just gonna use like a loop instead of this. But I'm also gonna create lines. Okay, so square 1, 2, 3, square 4, square 5. Uh, yeah, it's kind of an inefficient way of doing everything, but whatever. Square 6, square 7. I need to automate this somehow. 9, square 10, square 11. Yeah, okay. And also the lines. I'm gonna need one in between each of them. So it's gonna be 10 lines, I guess. So it's gonna be line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 lines. And now the lines, these assignments here, it's just line 1, 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, line 6, line 7, line 8, line 9, and line 10. And these lines here. So square one, assign right line, assign, okay. So square one is gonna have a line one assigned, and then square two left and right, square three left and right. And now instead of this one, I'm gonna have square four left and right, square four dot assign right line, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Square 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. Well, it's kind of dumb what I'm doing here because I could actually just use loops. 10, 10, 11, 11. But whatever. Um, line 3. Oh no, that's line 4. So it's 1, 2, 2, 3. No, it's 3. Yes, it's 3. Line 4, line 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, line 9, line 9, line 10, line 10, and I guess that's it because the last one doesn't have a right line. So if I save this and then I sort of draw everything like squares for each, and I just sort of, yeah, good thing here is I guess I have to like, yeah, draw everything here, so I'm just gonna use that. Yeah, I'm just gonna use that same thing. Hmm. Oh man, I could have used a loop here. Well, it's too late for that now. I don't care. I'm gonna use it later. Um, so for each square, function square, do thing that's gonna be, for each of the squares it's gonna be square dot draw square, or is it drag squares, draw, yeah, just draw. For each square, draw the square, and for each line, dot, for each line dot draw, I mean function line dot draw. Just copy this, paste it here, save this, and just sort of, oh, there you go. But we have no lines, and the squares don't even move. Oh my god, what have we done? Okay. Hmm. So lines, one, two, two, three, three. So we have the lines here, but something's not really working. Actually, I think there's something wrong with the code because Ah, function line. No, I mean, where is the that line is not defined. Where unload waiver.js, yes. Line 132, line. Oh, of course. It's not line, it's lines. Okay, save that. There we go. Except that, okay, so, yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, something's like really strange here. Only the first three squares get dropped, and the lines here aren't getting redrawn because this is also supposed to be lines. Yes. You know what? This angers me, so I'm gonna rewrite all this as a loop. Even if it takes longer, I don't care. So let's just like write a for let iterator equals 0, iterator less than 11, iterator plus plus. Uh-huh. Squares. And I guess I can just let squares equals an empty array and lines equal another empty array. Just close the search. And so I want 11 squares. So in order to have 11 squares, I need to push squares dot push a square new square that's going to be on position I times no, it's yes, I times the width, c dot width divided by, no, yeah, by 10, by 10, of course, and it's gonna have a size of, let's make it 20 instead, and it's the same context for every square. Okay, those are the squares, and then for let I equals 0 as well, I less than 10, I plus plus, lines dot push new line, uh, new line, and the line is gonna be just new line. And now for each square, I guess, except the 11th one, so it's gonna be from number 1 to number 10, which is gonna be yet another for loop for let I equals 1 this time, where I is less than or equal to 10. Yes, I plus plus. Create like a connection. So from, oh no, wait. So square 1 and square 2 are gonna have to have line 1. So I guess 1 and 2, 2 and 3. Yeah, this is kind of gonna be kind of a weird loop. So I'm gonna have to start with squares 0 and line, yeah, assign right line dot assign right line. And this is gonna be lines 0, and then the last square, squares squares dot length dot assign left line, lines, the last line, lines dot length -1, just like this. I guess just like Mm, yeah, I guess I could just like change the numbers here later if I wanted to make more lines and more squares. Uh, but I guess this loop here is gonna be something like um for squares number I, which is gonna be square one, is gonna be equal to mm, it's gonna be equal to line. Okay, so this one's covered and this one's covered, but not all these, which are the ones that have like the pattern. So, mm, so it's gonna be this is square number I, this one, and then this one. So it's gonna be squares I dot assign left line lines I lines I no lines I minus one, and then the right line is gonna be lines I. So it's 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like, I guess. But it doesn't. It doesn't show. It's not here. So what's the problem this time? Let's see. The problem is that CTX cannot set property context of undefined at square assign right line. JavaScript 39. Oh, oh boy. Undefined. It's undefined. Is equal to 10, less than 10. Okay, because of course it's this. That doesn't work either. No. Begin path to undefined squares. Of course, no. It's not supposed to go all the way up to 10, or no, rather 1 to 10, less than 10. Path of undefined. Hmm. Okay, so squares I lines I minus 1. So it's yeah, but like 140 lines I. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, because it's missing a line, right? Like, hmm. I guess they all get assigned here, but here it says square dot draw cannot read property begin path of undefined. Begin path. Draw begin path. Undefined. So there's an undefined square. Is that what you're saying? Like, say it's square x equal this. Just square x. This is the same. Okay. There's a problem here. Why I can't really use loops. Let's see. Squares 0 dot uh, oh, of course. I'm missing. Yes. Like, okay, yeah, I get it. I'm missing the y coordinate here. Of course. So that's x and y is canvas dot height divided by 2. There we go. That's what I wanted. Um, now this, okay, square one. Oh, of course, square one. Console.log, because this is just for testing, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And there we go. Okay. It says uncaught reference square one is not defined. Okay. Sure, sure. We're still using the old way to do this, so just gonna be commenting it out like this. Okay. Nice. Very, very nice. Square one is not defined. Okay. So I guess now I just have to, okay, so the x-axis for the beginning point of the square has to be like minus the beginning here. Um, Squares are starting like here, so I have to like subtract certain amount of pixels from the horizontal position, which is this one. So it's gonna be minus 10, because the width of the square is 20. This is the width and the height of the square, so it's just minus 10. There we go. Now they're all shifted 10 pixels to the left, which is exactly what I wanted. Now the height seems kind of weird though. Like, it doesn't seem like it's half of the height. Oh, of course, because it's also supposed to have minus 10, you know, for the height. Yes, of course. There we go. They're all in the middle now. But the problem is that I wrote this, to sort of. Okay, this one is for each square, which is good. Yes. This one is for each square here as well. This one redraws each square and each line as well. But this one doesn't like select each square. So what I have to change here is, instead of this, I want squares dot for each square. Let's have a function square which square select each unselects each square. There should be like an unselect function, but I guess that's good enough. So there we go. Excellent. So now we're giving, yes. So now we can do something like kind of a deformed sine wave here, like this. So we have something like this, and then maybe this. So this will be my personal interpretation of a sine wave, I guess, here, like this. And now this wave, we're gonna get like the Fourier transform of this wave here. Now, the problem is, I don't know why, like, okay, so we used to, like, this used to be, actually, there used to be like it's the bundle sound. Yeah, I have the bundle here, but it's not really loading or doing anything. So something here in the waiver is disturbing this part here. and I wonder what it is. Yeah, something's not, right. What could it be though? Like maybe it's this, like the unload thing. If it's some interfering variable, that's gonna be like okay. So it's unload because this. Okay, so okay. So maybe it's because I have two window unload functions. Let me see if that has anything to do with it. Unload in different JS files. Two window unload on two separate JS file. Oh, okay, only one win. Okay, only one. Don't use the old window unload event model. That is not very flexible, as you've noticed, and not necessary for browser support anymore. jQuery makes it easy. Change window onload equals function to function in each JS file. Pure.js solution, change that to window add event listener load function. Okay. So, yeah, like this. Like if I just like, hmm, what if you were to combine the two JavaScript files? How do you do that? I have an unload on one file but not in the other, and I want to bundle all of my JavaScript files. If one file is wrapped in an unload and the other isn't, then you just concatenate the two files. If you're allowed from the jQuery function window document, okay, window document t set interval. Oh dear. So I'm gonna run into some trouble here. So maybe the easiest way to do this is instead of having all this junk like this, and maybe I could just instead of having this here, just take it from here, kind of just add it here. See if that makes it work correctly. Okay, no, that's not it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's easier. Yeah, that's what I need. Just, easy. Easy peasy, nice and easy. Yeah, like, I want to know what that sounds like. So now, I guess like every time I move these, uh, I want, I think it might be too complicated to, like if I start moving this here, I'd like this to refresh. Uh, and so if I wanted that to refresh live for every change I made, first of all, I'd have to like alter this part here. So I'd have probably have to, the bundle.js, like the part where it the unload window unload function, which is this one. I'd have to also add like some sort of an event listener here to share variables between the two scripts, which I don't know if it's possible at all. Hmm. Or I could mm, simply sort of copy all this, the unload, into the other file. Let's see. Yeah, because I need a way to share information between the two scripts. Let me see if that's possible. Share variables between two. JavaScript files. Okay. Global variables in JavaScript across multiple files. A bunch of my JavaScript code is in an external file called helpers. Inside my HTML that calls this JavaScript code, and I find myself in need of knowing if a certain function from helpers.js has been called. Okay. You need to declare the variable before you include the helpers.js file. Simply create a script tag above the include for helpers.js and define it there. So, guess, I guess I would have to call a function from, uh, let's see, like from here, like this is the unload. hmm So I would have to maybe draw canvas original data. This is like a data. Yes, this is a complex array. hmm So I guess I want like to create some kind of a function here that's something um, like a function that I can call from my other file. So in order to have something like that, I'd have to like add this, and this function what I wanted to do is like something like I don't know, gonna call this the um, draw plot function. Draw plot. Draw plot is gonna be equal to like just this, like a it's kind of like a function, I guess. Yeah, so it's gonna be this function. Whoops, like this, which is gonna be a function that's just gonna draw uh, the original square wave that it had here, and then it's gonna draw it to the canvas like this. Uh-huh. Okay. Hmm. Oh, sorry. I already had that here. Like here. And of course, draw plot is gonna be the like the variable that's gonna be like var draw plot equals nothing. What's that? Draw plot, draw underscore plot. And I guess the idea here is gonna be that this draw plot is gonna get activated. Like I don't know, here I guess every time I drop a square. Draw plot. And it's let's just see what that does here. Okay, so if I drag a square and I drop it, this should turn into a square wave. It didn't. Let's see what happened here. Draw plot. Oh, of course, it's not draw plot. It's draw underscore plot. So so it is defined, but it does is really not doing anything here. Hmm. Oh, there it is. This is yes, it is doing something, but it's doing it all wrong. Here, like, look, yeah, that's what's supposed to happen, but like not there. I don't know why it's happening there. So weird. Draw to canvas original data. Hmm. 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 So draw to canvas. What's this function here? Like, go to definition. What's this thing doing here? Okay. Context stroke. Yeah. So I guess it's just let's see. Const element document dot get element by ID width height and data length const canvas create element canvas with height append child to canvas. Oh, I see. So it's like appending a child to the canvas, but like that's not that's not really what I want. Uh, there. What I really want there is hmm, get context canvas canvas. Uh-huh. Yeah, not the context. No. So append child. Let's see. I don't want to append a child. I wanted to like replace the canvas. What's instead of append child to replace? Replace and append child. Mm, create child. There's no create child function, so it's throwing an error preventing me to replace canvas. Canvas replace instead of append child. Update canvas element with a done canvas. My canvas set attribute. Let's say I have and I do document with append child. Afterwards, I make a change to my canvas. I want to replace that as exactly what I'm going to do. The HTML canvas with my updated DOM canvas. The following works, but the HTML looks like it should look like that. You don't have to update my canvas if it is still the same node. When you create a node and you append it to the DOM, the DOM node is live. It means that all changes on the my canvas will be immediately reflected. Oh. So I guess I have to draw the canvas. Draw the canvas. Let's see. Canvas. Canvas. Draw the canvas. Oh dear. So, hmm, 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 hmm. Replace child. Because this is what I want. Draw the canvas. Instead of draw the canvas, just replace to canvas. And instead of append child, I'm gonna replace child. Oh, so that was the exact word. Place to canvas. Maybe like this, so I'd get like the effect that I'm looking for here. No, no, it's not replacing anything. No, it's not really doing what I want. Like console. Failed to execute replace child. Two arguments required, but only one. Okay. So what's the what's the thing? Parent dot replace child element new element. So okay, I need the previous element. Oh dear. Ah, canvas. So it's just canvas. Oh my god. Like I guess, oh my god, like const priv child equals element dot child children has children's last child. Oh, okay, so last child. I don't know, like maybe it's gonna be prev child, something like this. Oh, okay, not defined. Oh, of course, child. Fail to execute replace child on node. Node to be replaced is not a child of this node. Oh my god. Okay, so replace canvas, replace child, find parent child. Toggle between children, remove child method. Oh, I can just remove the child. Okay, list child node 0. Nice. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I guess instead of the replace child, I'm just gonna say, oh, or I could just list child nodes. Uh, prev child. So it's something like element child nodes 0. Just like that. Maybe. Nope, that's not it. So it's gotta be something like element remove child that child and then element uh append child canvas like that. Oh wait, not list but element. Ah, there we go. Yes, except that the square didn't move. Oh, so now one thing works but the other breaks. Oh, that's beautiful. That's so exasperatingly useless. Ah. Oh, of course, it's probably because it has the same name, maybe. So I'm just gonna no, it's a different name. This is Canv. Hmm. Oh dear. What am I gonna do here? Element, canvas, replace to canvas. Hmm. Oh my God, what a mess. Like if I don't use any of these, for some reason this does work, but like the other one doesn't. This. Okay. So this makes this thing work. But like when I do this for some strange oh no, there it is. There it is. Nice, nice. Okay. So kinda just worked. Maybe I wasn't clicking on the right place. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, this is what I want. Oh, so now I just have to calculate and I have to pass the array of values from here to this part here and sort of update all these plots here with the new values from this uh, waveform so that it like gets transferred to these uh, parts here. So for that, I just have to scale like the canvas. Uh, it's a little bit late, feeling a little bit tired. I guess I'm gonna take a 15-minute break or maybe less, and I'll be back to record another episode where I'm gonna do like the rest of the things that I want to do here. Cause it's Friday, I got time. I can stay up a little bit late and finish this. So I'll see you guys in a little while. I hope you've enjoyed this so far as much as I have. And I'll see you later. Bye bye for now.